Wilson. Wilson driving.
Bounced by Jamal Hartwell II.
Weathers is a guy who is not afraid to show his shooting range when he gets outside the paint.
Hartwell just 5'10", 155 as Wilson hits from the outside.
Right off, got the pass and got right down the floor. Great burst by Sincere Carey.
First time in 5 games that Stanley's played in an answer. The Dukes are 12th when it comes to three-point percentage. We're 4th in the conference when it comes to attempts. So they are not bashful. Boy, God, I like Wilson's game.
Produced former Flyer Baker Hillsborough. Wilson, speaking of
It's a freshman, Miller a sophomore. Wilson thought about it, instead drives and throws it down. For Javon Green, he's capable of fireworks. To me, that's a forced shot. Could have got that any time. Wilson keeps it alive. Hartwell gives it right back to him. Green had a thought. Shot clock is at 7. Outside. Long three, good by you. Came back and took a 2-point lead. Mason up 3. They have the ball on the baseline is A.J. Wilson. Out front is Green. They work it around to Johnson and then over to Miller. Straight away. 3, good.
Does such a really good job as George Mason. It's a shame because of the injuries that you guys have been expecting to have. We talked about this earlier. Now you can't, as this jumper was in. Johnson up the high screen. Wilson. Long 3 and he hits it.
Yes, that's great.
I know, it surprised me as well.
Well, I'm thrilled to meet someone who beat Lou Alcindor.
Yes.
Later, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to be the leading freshman scorer in the country. That's the first for me.
And
34 points a game back then, John. And John Hayes joins us here on Stadium as Wilson gets this jump. Try and get that basketball. Shot clock down to 7. Wilson can hit that.
Just scored from mid-range, then scores from 3. You see him guarding Miller, outstanding defender. Just a really good all-around player.
Already in the double figures.
Better defense than Johnson did on that play. Cut him off, got a hand in the face. Russell just a shot maker.
And Wilson.
Fire miles, I'm sure they're racking them up for sure. I don't know that Bob McKillop quite needs that. Yeah, he's been doing it for a long time. He's got plenty of connects, but you still have to go see him. Wilson. Wilson driving.
Amazing how efficient both teams are. We're not looking at a ton of fast breaks except for the runouts, the half-court execution. The coaches will be really happy with that. But now the defense has to kick in to make them work a little bit harder.
Brown hit that initial 3 that he took, has missed the last 2.
Mason back to its largest lead. Wilson breathed and picked up the foul and unable to come up with the save.
Well, the last one was because he wasn't hustling.
Marr wanted Wilson, but it wasn't there. Late recovery for Brown.
Both teams are in the bonus. Next foul's the 7th for both teams. Nice pass.
Intention is more individualized, just to keep them happy and keep them secure so they don't enter free agency every season, as it were.
Wilson, the reversal, and the friendly bounce.
Participation. They trust their guys.
Yeah, and I think that will help them, especially in close games, keeping their best players on the floor.
Good edge again from Toppin. We've seen that multiple times from the Rudy Bigs. Though Wilson able to beat down Norton.
Offensive rebounding, just pursuing the ball.
5 now for Jacob Toppin off the bench. The hedge for Langevine. And the fine for Green. Wilson waiting to get Toppin up the main.
One battles, and you see him getting the rebound there.
The guy on the closeout on Cornudas. Nice up fake off the bounce, and Wilson.
Well, I enjoy Wilson and Asuni. Here comes Bo.
And off the pick and roll to bring.
So 10-point lead all of a sudden for New Mexico State. 12:56 to play in the championship game. Wilson, good switch of the hand. 1-point game, Old Dominion down by 1, and Godwin with a beauty of a shot there. He's 4 of 8 from long range for 12 points. Beautiful layup by Wilson.
How about VCU, which has really struggled down the stretch and needs to win this tournament to go to the NCAA for the 9th time in 10 years?
How about that? Excellent find
With Xavier Johnson, who plays guard for Pitt.
Good feed by Johnson as he penetrates, and Wilson makes the most of it. In the offensive end, 7th in the A-10 in field goal percentage. Good pass out of the double team there from Aduro. And Wilson, even though his wrist is all banged.
Johnson got a screen from Aduro. The freshman Aduro with the ball on the perimeter. Now Hartwell. He can be a scorer. The Spiders remember that from last year. Shot clock in single digits. Wilson got around.
Looks in and gives to Adoro, who backs in on Toro. Double team, tries to give it over. And getting it is Wilson.
Miller with 6 to shoot. And nice drop off Wilson.
Davidson made him pay.
Largest lead of the ball game for the Wildcats. It's at 6.
Great play
for Wilson.
Build on their lead.
Equals their biggest at 10. Inside is Wilson. Wilson with the offhand.
Bounds by Jamal Hartwell II.
Weathers is a guy who is not afraid to show his shooting range when he gets outside the paint.
Hartwell just 5'10", 155 as Wilson hits from the outside. Duquesne.
As soon as Weathers got his hand on that ball, Sincere Carey took right off, got the pass, and got right down the floor. Great burst by Sincere Carey.
First time in 5 games that Stanley's played in an answer
game, as opposed to just scoring points. He's been able to do that and get contact and draw fouls too. It's really impressive.
Even though the Dukes are 12th when it comes to 3-point percentage, but they're 4th in the conference when it comes to attempts. So they are not bashful. Boy, God, I like Wilson's game, don't you?
Sometimes the X's and O's don't work, and it just comes down to a one-on-one battle that Mike Sell wins that time.
4 now for the St. Henry, Ohio product. Also produced former Flyer Big Kurt Hilsman.
Wilson.
Speaking right back to it. Green had a thought. Shot clock is at 7. Outside. Long 3, good by Agent around to Johnson and then over to Miller. Straight away. 3, good.
He's done such a really good job with George Mason. It's a shame because of the injuries that guys that you expected to have. We talked to him about this earlier. Now you can't, as this jumper doesn't go. Johnson on the high screen. Wilson. Long 3 and he hits it.
John Hayes joins us here on Stadium as Wilson gets this jumper to make it a 1 ball. Shot clock down to 7. Wilson can hit that.
Scored from mid-range, then scores from 3. You see him guarding Miller, outstanding defender, just a really good all-around player.
Already in the double figures, and
We can't play better defense than Johnson did on that play. Cut him off, got a hand in the face. Russell just a shot maker.
and Wilson continuing.
Largest lead of the ball game for the Wildcats. It's at 6.
Great play
for Wilson.
Marr wanted Wilson, but it wasn't there. Late recovery for Brown.
Both teams are in the bonus. Next foul's the 7th for both teams. Nice pass.
Davidson made him pay.
Largest lead of the ball game for the Wildcats. It's at 6.
Oh, great play.
To Wilson.